In a quiet corner of Flero, a small town nestled in the heart of Lombardy, Italy, a boy with curious eyes and a calm demeanor spent his early years weaving dreams with a football at his feet. Andrea Pirlo was not like the other children. He didn't chase the ball with wild abandon or scream with joy after a goal. He played as though he already knew something the others didn't, as if the game whispered secrets to him and he simply listened. Born on May 19, 1979, into a family of means, his father owned a metal company. Pirlo had the luxury to pursue football not out of desperation, but out of love. From a young age, it was clear he had something special. At just 9 years old, he joined the youth system of Brescia Calcio, where his talent immediately turned heads. Coaches and players alike spoke of his vision, his serenity, and the strange way time seemed to slow down whenever the ball was at his feet. At 16, he made his professional debut for Brescia in Serie A, becoming one of the youngest players ever to do so. Initially deployed as an attacking midfielder, Pirlo's brilliance was evident, but something didn't quite fit. He was never the most athletic, nor the quickest, but he saw the game like a chess grandmaster, 10 moves ahead. His passes sliced through defenses, his long balls were measured with mathematical precision, and his free kicks danced through the air like poetry. In 1998, Inter Milan snapped him up, believing they were acquiring the next great Italian playmaker. But Inter didn't know how to use him. They tried him in several attacking roles, loaned him out to Regina and then back to Brescia, and watched as the diamond began to lose its luster. But something changed during his time at Brescia the second time around. He played alongside Roberto Baggio. The divine ponytail, a legend in his own right, saw what others didn't. He told Pirlo to play deeper, to orchestrate the game from behind, to become the regista, the director. And Pirlo listened. That advice changed everything. In 2001, AC Milan saw the potential and signed him. Under Carlo Ancelotti, Pirlo was reborn. Moved into a deep-lying playmaker role just in front of the defense, Pirlo flourished. It was here that his legend truly began. With Gennaro Gattuso protecting him and Clarence Seedorf running the flanks, Pirlo pulled the strings with elegance and intelligence. His range of passing was absurd. Short, sharp passes to keep possession, and long, sweeping diagonals to release attackers. Milan thrived. With Pirlo at the heart of their midfield, they won 2 Champions League titles, 2003 and 2007, 2 Serie A titles, and a host of other trophies. His performances in the 2006 World Cup further elevated his status. In Germany, he was the metronome of the Azzurri, calm, composed, and completely unshakable. In the semi-final against Germany, it was his inch-perfect assist to Fabio Grosso in the dying minutes of extra time that broke the deadlock. In the final against France, Pirlo was masterful again, earning the Man of the Match award. He scored in the penalty shootout and watched as Fabio Grosso's final kick crowned Italy champions. But even as his legend grew, Pirlo remained humble. He rarely spoke. He didn't scream instructions on the pitch or pump his fists for the cameras. He was the silent conductor, guiding the symphony of 11 men with nothing more than subtle gestures and perfectly timed passes. In 2011, AC Milan, in a move that would haunt them for years, decided Pirlo was past his prime. Juventus saw otherwise. At 32, many believed Pirlo would fade. Instead, he reinvented himself once more. Surrounded by younger legs like Paul Pogba, Arturo Vidal, and Claudio Marchisio, Pirlo led Juventus to 4 consecutive Serie A titles. He dictated the tempo, delivered clutch free kicks, and became the soul of a new generation of dominance. In Turin, Pirlo elevated his myth. He made the difficult look effortless. Journalists ran out of adjectives. Teammates called him a genius. Opponents spoke of their frustration. You couldn't press him because he already knew where the ball would go. Even off the field, Pirlo was a mystery. He once said, "I don't feel pressure. I don't give it any importance." He wrote a memoir called I Think, Therefore I Play, which revealed his introspective philosophical side. He loved wine, he hated running, and he spent as much time thinking about tactics as he did about life itself. In 2015, he moved to the United States to play for New York City FC in Major League Soccer. Though no longer at his peak, fans came in droves just to see the master at work. He left football in 2017, not with a bang, but with the quiet dignity that defined his entire career. After retirement, Pirlo took up coaching, eventually managing Juventus in 2020. Although his managerial career was still in its infancy, his impact as a player was already immortalized. He had redefined what it meant to be a midfielder. He wasn't the bruiser, nor the sprinter. He was the thinker, the man who slowed the world down just enough to make it beautiful. Andrea Pirlo never raised his voice. He never needed to. His feet did the talking, and for those who listened, the message was always clear. Football, at its best, is art. He remains a symbol of elegance, intelligence, and serenity in a sport often dominated by chaos. His legacy isn't just in the trophies or the assists, it's in the way he made us feel. When Pirlo played, you didn't just watch the game, you felt it. And long after the boots were hung up, the silence he left behind still echoes with beauty.